We know that tomorrow is Thanksgiving Day, but after we eat, the next big thing, apparently, is to go shop. All kinds of Black Friday and Cyber Monday deals that you can start getting in on right now. But it's important to make sure you don't compromise your personal information. So this morning, we're joined by our old friend, Corey Nachreiner, the Chief Technology Officer of WatchGuard Technologies, telling us about cyber threats that you could be facing while you're online shopping. Good morning to you.
Morning, Bill. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Fantastic.
I'm doing very well. How about you?
It's great. I mean, the day before the holiday, who's not looking forward to it?
Yeah, not so bad. Okay, so do we really see increases in online attacks, data theft, and that sort of thing around the holidays?
Absolutely. I mean, these cyber criminals understand heavy shopping season, so it's a perfect time for them to really up their game in scams. I mean, we're all looking for the deals literally during Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So they're going to start sending emails and doing things to try to lure us into malicious sites.
Got it. Okay, so what are the top types of security threats online that we should be mindful of?
So really, what these bad guys are trying to do is monetize. They eventually want to kind of steal your payment information. So for defense for these type of threats, there are things like fake phishing emails, malicious websites, all trying to either steal your credentials or your payment information. There's really three areas of focus that people out there want to think about. One of them is protecting your payments as you're doing online shopping. You want to do things that avoid bad guys getting your credit card details. The second is fighting the fakes. There's a lot of fake emails, fake websites, and fake apps we can talk about that these bad guys are going to be pushing. And finally, you need to defend your domain, and we can talk about that. That's how to kind of secure your computer.
Yeah, we should talk about that. And also online shopping on public Wi-Fi. I mean, that's almost an invitation, right?
To me, that's part of defending your domain. Before we even get to what you do to avoid kind of malicious websites and dangers of online shopping, you need to make sure your computer has basic security, a security suite, which is basically a personal firewall and antivirus. But the second thing is you want to be doing the shopping from a controlled network. Public Wi-Fi at the airport is not the best way. There's bad guys that can sometimes steal that traffic and have a better opportunity to steal some of your information. So avoid public Wi-Fi when you're doing these Black Friday or Cyber Monday.
Okay, well, if we're shopping online, eventually we're going to be putting down a credit card number at some point. So what can we do to make sure that number is secure?
Yeah, so to protect your payment, there's essentially three main tips. One, always avoid using debit cards. Use a credit card if you're going to go that route. The reason is the debit card has a more direct connection to your bank account. You want to separate that. The credit card has more fraud protection and it's not attached to your credit card. Better yet, I try to avoid ever using my credit card directly. There's endless payment services, whether they be, Google Wallet, Apple Pay, PayPal, WePay, Amazon Payments.
Right.
Use those if you can. And the reason is they separate your credit card from actually the online site you're using. You go through that payment and then the website you're using doesn't directly get your credit card. The reason that's important is even if you're protecting yourself, often these legitimate e-commerce sites, if they get breached, the bad guys steal any data they store directly from them. So you try to avoid ever having your credit card on these online stores. So the final tip, and this is kind of the hard one because it's a little more work from you, everyone loves the browser or the site features that remember your credit card. That way you don't have to go run off and get it every time. I try to avoid using that because that means the site will have it, so if they ever get breached, it's in danger.
Right. Corey Nachreiner, great tips. Thank you, and happy shopping to all of you. You can head to their website, that is watchguard.com, for more information. All right, MJ, let's